Hello there. It's, I believe, the 28th December, Saturday evening. I'm Philip Branton, the Revoked Civil Servant. I'm glad you're with me here. Just wanted to give you another quick update. Two articles. One is coming out of the Taiwan news. Now, the reason I make an example of these is because they are showing up at a certain time with respect to the Drudge Report and how it's being aggregated. If you follow me through my previous updates, I'm trying to allude to the data sets and the information flow behind the information that you're getting. How it will be beneficial to you in being aware of such manipulation. Okay, so the first, like I say, is from Taiwan News. It happens to deal with the China's African debt trap. It's talking about the port of Mombasa in Kenya. The other one happens to be from BuzzFeed. And it's about a New York Times reporter and about them speaking at an event organized by a group of Alabama dirty tricksters. Now, there's a reason that this is all coming in between this lull period with government shutdown during the holidays. There's certain planning behind the scenes as to why certain information starts bubbling up. Okay. So the first one is an excellent article. The guy's name is Craig Silverman. And it was posted now yesterday, like at 9:45 p.m. Okay. And so basically, I'll link to the article. You can read it. But it's saying that last week the New York Times revealed that money from a tech billionaire, Reid Hoffman, don't know who he is, was used to run a small disinformation experiment aimed at helping a Democrat, Doug Jones, win last year's Alabama special Senate election. And that resulted in Facebook suspending 5 accounts and Hoffman issuing an apology. But left unmentioned in the Times story is that one of its authors learned about the Alabama campaign when he spoke at an off-the-record meeting organized by the same group who ran the operation. So this reporter is speaking at a meeting. Well, normally you have speaking fees. Somebody's paying for him to travel to New York down to Alabama. Speak. Bing, 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 bing. Of course, anybody sitting in and actually analyzing the data behind this, they're having the same bing, bing, bing. That's some of what I wanted to highlight once you start reading this article, because it goes into how the different disinformation was used to try to enrage Democrats to get them to the polls. And how they had to, agree to certain non-disclosure agreements and all that kind of stuff. Whenever you hear things like that, I think counter. Due to the digital breadcrumbs, even leading up to the discussions about a non-disclosure. Okay. That is something, that I want you to think about and be aware of. Even in your own job focus or passion focus. Okay. I mean, it's a great read. And it goes in and it talks about false flags. Now, just like the harmonics in our stock market happening right now and how it's whipping back and forth, down 400, down 600, up 1,000, okay, down 400. Well, the same harmonics in a data set are relevant when it comes to information. Okay, the harmonics not only on the network, but the timing. Okay? So something I wanted to make you aware of and put that thought. Hey, the lights up and down. If I don't move too much. The next one. Now the previous one about the disinformation. There's certain history behind that. Likewise, in this article from the Taiwan News, there are certain historical markers. I can't remember when it was. It might have been 2008, 2012. It might have even been before that. But there were balloons here in the state of South Carolina about Dubai ports overtaking and the operations of the Charleston port, the State Ports Authority. Yeah. Big red flag. Yeah, hey, I don't think so. Well, lo and behold, later on, they stepped up to the plate, and there was, information sent up about the Dubai ports and the port of Djibouti, there on the west coast of Africa. So when I see an article like this, how do analysts, quantify that historical record? Okay. And the timing of this article. Because basically, since certain agreements, if anybody follows the infrastructure, the strategic layouts, pretty much anywhere in Africa, this is going to happen. Okay. It says, Nairobi fails to repay massive debts on shady loan for underperforming railway. Kenyan infrastructure ripe for the taking. So this comes out in Taiwan. Okay. You got to understand the relationship between Taiwan and China. Then you got to understand the relationship between Nairobi and Ethiopia. They're all interconnected. Just like the relationship between South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and the Dominion Pipeline. And how it affects Nikki Haley. Or Jim Clyburn being a whip. All of that informational harmonics and accountability, the narrative control and how people are being manipulated via the narrative is a major concern, especially with how analysts, not only here with the examples I'm giving you, just to consider in your own case. Okay, in your own case. Me, Spay War Atlantic versus Spay War Pacific. Then you have Spay War headquarters, and then how that information, similar to the data sets that I'm showing you right here, how those holes in that data, and then you have captains and admirals coming and going, and how it can cloud decisions going up through the chain of command. Not only that, via our intelligence branches. So, I'm trying to be a little educational here in bringing up these timely examples for you to consider in your own present situation. Doesn't matter if you're a salary, hourly worker, retired, because of the harmonics that cascade not only throughout your job, daily, weekly, yearly, your benefits and pension. And you can sit there and you can watch it, in real time. Oh my gosh, look at how this market is going back and forth. How's that? How does that impact me? Ding, 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 ding. So right now I'm running about 10 minutes here. I don't really want to make it too much longer here. But these two articles I want to offer you as tidbits. I think about the people that I went to high school with. I see from time to time, about once every 2 or 3 years maybe. But I follow them. They're intermittently on Facebook. And I understand. How much they have invested not only in their jobs, but in their quality of life. And to see, and to witness, the information flow and narrative back and forth, it raises serious concerns, okay? How each person's not only bias, but reception to the information around them, and how that impacts the decisions they take into their daily work environment. Try to make this as inspirational in a certain way as possible. Because of my history with the Department of Defense. And this timing, the difference in data sets, you can basically, relate that to the compartmentalized nature of different information, not only in one command, but across different commands or different agencies, whether it be FBI, CIA, State Department, Homeland Security, Defense Intelligence Agency, NASA, Geospatial, Department of Interior. It is that awareness that some of the analysts are being, as smart as they are, smarter than me, maybe having their data manipulated. And that's why I kind of try to use simple examples, just like, it's either, is it half full or half empty? No, it's water. Or just like the examples I gave, like in the first or second, I think, upload between the shave cream challenge, or think about the historical context of this. So, I want to end with this. My next video is going to be a little segment update. I hope you'll care to watch it. It's going to be another experiment. I've not seen this done anywhere, and we're going to see how it permeates. Maybe see what you think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a social resume. I saw a job opening And instead of submitting, a 2-page resume, I'm going to do a social network video resume and upload it. And then submit that. Okay? Hey, never can tell. So, appreciate you watching. I'm Philip Brandon. If you care to make a donation, that's fine also. But if not, we'll catch you on the flip side. Take care. Hey, it's almost to a New Year's Eve. Get your party favors ready. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Hey, bye.